Hello, good morning, good evening, and welcome to another Monday morning art talk. So just as a reminder, next week on the 18th, no, it is the 17th, November 17th on Thursday night, we're going to be having a drawing party at Titmouse Animation Studios in Hollywood. So anyone's welcome. You can just RSVP. It's free to attend. And if you don't have a chance to somehow RSVP, you can still show up, but it's better if you do RSVP just so we know how many people are going to be there. So I hope to see you there. All right, so other than that, what I wanted to discuss today really was the artist of longevity, the true secret weapon. And the true secret weapon to that is something that I haven't really discussed, but I was out with a friend of mine, and we were talking, and he's not an artist, but he was just telling me how his wife, when he wants to go work on doing certain stuff and he goes to do it, she always kind of gives him hell for it. All right. So, and I thought it was just kind of funny. And so their true artist secret weapon is you're better off with your relationship. Whoever you're in a relationship with, this is really essential. And something that's not really talked about, but they say behind every, great man is a more powerful, better woman, wife, vice versa. You could say the same thing with husbands, wives, whatever. I don't care. It goes back and forth. But that's the reality, because it is a vital aspect of this. So my whole life, my whole career, when I was drawing, when I was doing what I wanted to do, and at times when I had different girlfriends and the girlfriends didn't really support my art, and they didn't support my art, not that they were just like, I just don't support your art. It's when I wanted to do my art, and when you know how it is, you get in the zone and you want to just focus and do something, and they just, it always became a problem. It always became an issue. Those relationships never worked out, because as an artist, I think what's really benefited me is my wife. My wife, from the time, she's always supported me in what I've done from the get-go. She knew this was it. This was the deal. I was an artist. This is what is required. I'm going to get those times where I got to work on projects. I got to be in my studio. And that was when we were having conversations like this before kids. That was understandable. But when we had kids, yeah, things got a little trickier. But the reality is, even though I wanted to be present and I wanted to, help with my kids and certain things, there were at those certain moments in time where, honey, I got to go work on this project. I need you to handle this. And she just jumped into gear and knew what she had to do. And that is just really huge. And for people ask me, how do I do so many things? How do I this and that? How all these things. The reality is, if it weren't for my wife, if it weren't for my support system is what she is, then I wouldn't be able to do it all, because she kind of just runs the household. She pays all the bills. She handles all the taxes. She does the taxes. She helps me with my contracts. She just, on so many levels, there's a balance going across where, and she's been fortunate that ever since we had kids, she started working from home. That's what, that was the deal. She'll work, she'll be at home and be a stay-at-home mom, and, she'll manage the household and this, and she doesn't physically have to go out to work. So it kind of worked out, and I've been fortunate through my career that we were able to sustain a sort of relationship like that. So that is just really vital. And why I wanted to jump into this and talk about this is because some of you guys are in a relationship. Some of you guys aren't even in a relationship yet, aren't even thinking about marriage. It's way off in the distance. But what I just want to say is that it is a vital component that you have someone that supports you, because that support becomes a driving force. That support makes you want to do more, and it opens up your ideas. When you have support from your partner, whoever your partner is, that you can, when you come up with these ideas and you can bounce them off of your partner, that they'll shoot you down. My wife shot me down many times for ideas I want to do. Oh, I got this. No, that's not the best idea, blah, blah, blah. And that's okay, because there's so many other times for me being an artist, it works out. But if you get someone who's not supportive, who doesn't see the importance of just you being in your own little world at times and focusing on your own art projects and needing to get this out or wanting to do that, that drive is gonna vanish. That drive is gonna disappear. You're always gonna be second guessing what you're doing. It's like having a parent or a family member tell you that you're wasting your time trying to be an artist. You can't make a living as an artist. If you got that with someone that you're living with, that's your partner, there's no way. You're gonna go absolutely insane. And I, as bad as it sounds, have given people advice to almost get divorces. And as horrible as that is, I think it had to be. I don't know if they went through with it or not, but I remember distinctly, it happened a couple times, but one time where I met this guy, he wanted to meet me, and we were talking, and he brought his wife along. His wife was there, but she didn't want to interact with us in the conversation, so she sat off to the side at this coffee shop somewhere else. And he just proceeds to tell me how he's going to be getting married, and all this. But his problem is that his girlfriend doesn't support his art and all this. And I just looked him square space in the eye and I said, if you think that this is going to just be a little problem that's occurring now, you wait till you get married. It's going to become tenfold. You're not going to hear the end of it. Just like you're going to be miserable. And in my opinion, I would advise you not to marry a person who is not in this 100% with you and what you're doing. I mean, it's the only way. You have to have that support system. Again, more than anything, it just becomes the driving force that allows you really to create in an honest, free manner. Just for, myself, we've just had a long day right now and we just came back and my wife's making some dinner right now. And I said, listen, I got to go up and I got to, report. I got to do my art talk. I want to get it done because I got to have it out by tomorrow, Monday morning. And she said, she says, well, don't you want to rest first? Why don't you just rest first and then you can go do it? Just the fact that she even said that, and it's like throwing up that she knows that I'm, had a long day. But the fact that, she knows she's not going to say, no, don't do it. You can't do it. You got to this, you got to that. So that's what I kind of wanted to get to, is really that secret weapon more so for the longevity in this industry for being an artist, is if you're fortunate to have a partner in life that does support you in what you're doing. There's many artists that never get married. It's a tough thing, and it's tough for a non-artist to marry a creative person in that sense because of the mindset and how passionate you could get at times and how irritated you could get at things at times. When you burst at those moments, if you've ever had those things, just because it's like you just got this, it's part of the passion, I believe, where I know I've had it, experienced it, where I don't want to be interrupted. I don't want that phone to ring. I don't want to have to talk to anyone. I'm focusing on my artwork right now. I want to get this done. I'll work till 12:30 at night, whatever, 1 a.m. on something if I have to and I feel it and I need to do it, not be told that I gotta, come in the house now and I can't work anymore tonight. It's like, I don't want to hear that. So certainly there's times where, if I'm really fatigued, and it is good to hear it, but the reality is, make sure that you choose wisely. I'm kind of like being a little Star Wars, like Obi-Wan Kenobi here, but or whoever else, or not even that, just choose wisely. The Indiana Jones, the Last Crusade, is choose wisely. And that choosing wisely that's a huge factor. Does my partner truly support me in what it is in my career that I want to do? Will they back me up? Will they encourage me when I'm feeling down? Will they encourage me when I feel like that job, that work isn't coming, and instead of just telling me, just quit, just go do something else, you shouldn't even have done this in the first place, and I told you not to do it, and all this. Is that what you're dealing with every day in your life? Because if you are, man, I feel sorry for you. That's a nightmare. That's a nightmare, because I understand this through the creativity You got to have that freedom. So that's the secret weapon, is make sure you choose wisely and make sure you have that support, like I have from my wife, which is giving me this, to the ability to do what I do. And my kids and my family. I mean, my kids, I got about another 5 years of them being at home. They're already 14 and 13 before they're 18, and they really don't need us so much anymore. And they're maybe even a couple years once they start driving. Right now, they still need a lot of us. But, it's changing. You go through these different chapters. But that's it. All right. So have a great one. Remember the party. Hope to see you guys there. It's like pre-DesignerCon party. That's where I'll be. Hope to see you guys at DesignerCon. And thanks for watching. And I'll talk to you guys next week. Take care. Hello, this is Steven, and I just wanted to tell you about this cool thing that I'm doing right now through my website at silvertunes.com. It's a Skype mentorship. In a sense, what I want to do is just talk to you, meet you, tell me about things that are happening in your life, see if there's anything that I could do to help you. I can look over your artwork, do your portfolio, and just maybe try to push you in the right direction that you want to take your life and your journey. All right, so you can go to silvertunes.com, go to classes, click on mentorship, and you can learn all about it. We can try to arrange a time, set up a date. It doesn't matter where you live in the world. And I just wanted to make it just very affordable, just to open it up, because I love doing this. I love meeting people from all over the planet. It's a really cool thing. And with this technology, why not? So that's it. Thanks. Whoa. Hey. Go back. Go back.
Go back.
Great. Go back. Go back.